Okay, thanks so much for rejoining us after your lunch. I know this is a long day, but we really appreciate you guys sticking through this and being here for this content. And if there were no questions about reevaluating your room arrangement, I will go on to the portfolio requirement for Module 5. So Module 5 had two components to it. We had 5A, which was procedures. And then we had 5B, which was your classroom organization. So this portfolio requirement allows you the option to choose. You are going to select one of the following. You're going to write either about classroom procedures, and if you write about classroom procedures, you are going to, part 1, identify a new procedure that would be most beneficial to you and your students, and explain why you feel the procedure is needed and how often the students would use that procedure. That sounds really familiar, like the end of our Module 5A activity. Part 2, explain in details all of the steps to teach your procedure. Use the 6-step template that was used in Model 5A, explaining the following. How did you define the behavioral expectations for your new procedure to your students? What were the words, gestures, or images you used to explain the new procedure to your students? Practice. What specific feedback did you provide your students? Part 3. After teaching the procedure to your students, reflect on the outcome of the experience. Also, project how long you think that it will take for the procedure to become a routine, and what will you do to support the transition to the routine. And last part, number 4, describe your current beliefs about the value of planning and teaching procedures. Also, explain how you think your successes in this area of management may influence your ability to facilitate student learning. Okay, so that is part A you could do. Questions on part A? All right. Or you can do part B. Submit the handout completed in class, reevaluating your room assignment and the map of your classroom. Identify the map as the original. That sounds kind of familiar too. We just did that one right before lunch. Part 2, submit a list of positive points and problem areas in your room. And what does your room, submit a list of positive points and problem areas of your room arrangement. What does your room organization communicate to your students and their parents? Part 3, submit a revised map of your classroom. If you make changes, identify the changes made and explain in detail how you addressed each of the problem areas you identified. Part 4, describe your current beliefs about the value of an organized classroom and explain how you think your success in this area of management may influence your ability to facilitate student learning. Okay, so you're doing your portfolio entry will focus on either Module A, which was procedures, or it will focus on Module B, which was classroom organization. Any questions? No questions? Okay, with that, we are going to switch gears.